First of all, thank you very much, and for the kind words of introduction. I just want to add that I am only the beneficiary of Arya Samaj and Rishi Dayanand's teaching. I was privileged to have these two in my life from my childhood, and all I could be and what I am today is largely because of my association with this great personality of Swami Anand and wonderful organization, the Arya Samaj. And I have been fortunate to be associated with the Arya Samaj, which was founded by Rishi Dayanand at Mumbai. I was a member of that Arya Samaj, which is at Girgaon, Kakrapari. And what a great privilege to be with the Arya Samaj Seattle on an occasion which is so important for all of us, which Surya has so ably described. So I'm really very delighted, excited to be here, and thank you, Smitaji, for giving or enabling, facilitating the presentation by the children. I was really thrilled to see them performing so beautifully. So congratulations to all the artists who have made presentation today. I will make just 3 points. Number 1 point is that when Arya Samaj was set up, in that century, it was not only Arya Samaj which was set up. There were other two Samajes which were set up. The name Samaj was part of them. One was Brahma Samaj, which was set up in Calcutta, now called Kolkata, on August 20th, 1828. There was another Samaj by the name Prarthana Samaj, which was set up in Bombay, now Mumbai, in the year 1867. And the third was Arya Samaj, which was set up on April 10th in Mumbai by Swamiji in 1875. I had very hard time to locate Brahma Samaj when Dr. Satish Prakash, I think you are familiar with his name, the founder of Gurukul in New York, he requested me to send him a book on Brahma Samaj. And it was, I had a hard time. I had a friend, I requested him to do whatever he can, but fetch me that book. So he had great difficulty. He located the library research here and there, and then finally he could get a copy. So Arya Samaj, the Brahma Samaj is almost dysfunctional in the place where it was founded. Prarthana Samaj was set up in Mumbai. I had lived there for 10 years. I never noticed any big function, any event organized by Prarthana Samaj. And it is our Arya Samaj, which is now 149 years old, that you know there is a universal presence, there is a global presence. The first message is that why we are having global presence, and my first theme is what you have already written here, Karmanto Vishwamari. It is because our ideology has never been parochial. It has never been narrow. From day one, it is universal, it is global. While I was sitting here, just a thought crossed my mind that what is the depth and the width of thinking process of Swamiji. He was born, his all studies and his Parvachan started when the country was in pieces. It was British, but there was so many divisions, caste, color, ladies not allowed to read Vedas, and so many disparities. Absolutely fragmented community. And he thinks nothing like this in terms of any section of that. He thinks only universal. the first line to the last line of Satya Prakash or Rigveda Dibhasha Bhumika or Sanskar Vidhi or any of his book, you will never find anything less than Sansar Ka Jaldi Se Jaldi Karao, the welfare of the whole humanity. And think what he has given us. Whether you perform Sandhya, whether you perform Havan, we think not only of earth. Modi ji has popularized one slogan, which is very good, that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And the big event which we had hosted, India was hosted, the message was one earth, one world, and so many sessions were held. But our vision every day, we are not thinking of one earth. Our prayer starts with Bhur Bhuva Swaha. We are thinking of three lokas, and they are integrated. And there is no peace on earth unless there is a peace in the sky, unless there is a peace in the celestial body, the Dhulu. So our Sandhya starts with Bhurgosva, and heaven, our Yacha starts with Bhurgosva Dyori Bhunda. So our thinking is not confined to any particular heaven planet. It is taking of the total system. And that's the vision. And even in his days, the Sandhya used to be very different. The Rigvedi Brahmins will have different Sandhya, Yajurvedis will have different Sandhya, Samvedis will have different Sandhya, and like that. It was the Rishi who gave only one Sandhya. Only one. So he had not, his vision was universal. So our message of Irish March, it is our obligation to make it global. And whatever we do, whatever activities do, our yajna is for the global community or for the benefit of the entire humanity. It is not confined to any place. So, we will be failing in our duty if after 149 years of Irish March being set up, or now 200 years of Rishi Dhyan being born, if we are not able to convey that message to the whole world, to the whole humanity. Whatever we do, we should do it. Our vision, our planning should be with reference to the globe, not confined to any particular state of Washington or US or India or Asia. So what we should do? If our message I was just amazed when one of the judge, a civil judge, a judge of your court in Atlanta, Mrs. Neera Bell, if I am right, she mentioned just few days back, I think it was the 17th of last month, when Atlanta Irish March organized a big event. So she was invited and she mentioned that Rishi Dhyan mentioned that there should not be Baal-Vivaha. Means below prescribed age of marriage for both boys and girls, that marriage should not be legal. And one of the disciples of Rishi Dhyan, his name was Sharma, and there is an act which was passed by the parliament in India which prohibits child marriage. So it is illegal to have child marriage. But in the United States, she mentioned, if I'm right, if my memory serves me right, there are 40 states in which there is no upper limit, there is no limit of age prescribed for marriage. So it is still child marriage permitted in the US. I was listening to one presentation in South Africa Irish March, where the presenter was from Mauritius, a lady. She's the treasurer of Irish of Mauritius, and she mentions that the women in Mauritius, they don't have right to property once there is a divorce. They earn, but once that asset is there, if there is a divorce, they go back to their parents' home, but they have no title to the property. In India, people are talking what Anand wrote in 1875, that it should be the state's responsibility to send every child above the age of 8 to the school. So there is a compulsory education. Now there is an issue of right to education, that every child has a right to education. Now think of the vision, because it is derived from Vedas. And Vedas means it is the message of God. And it is for everyone, for every country, in every society, in all times to come. So why we are surviving and we are thriving? Because we have the strength of Vedas. And that's why our message has to be global and our reach has to be global. So this is number one. Number two is that we have to focus on children. Why? Because I found this similar concern when I met Arya Sabha officials in Mauritius, that the biggest concern is that young people are not protected by Arya Samaj. So they have schools, and perhaps they have 500 Arya Samaj, 250 of men and 250 of women in Mauritius. Whereas after India, there are maximum number of Arya Samaj. I was reading, actually you must be aware, there's one gentleman, Seni, from Arya Samaj, Nairobi. Seni?
Yeah.
So there was an interview of Mr. Seni, whose family has contributed a lot in the, in the development of Arya Samaj, Nairobi. So his concern is that the children are not coming to Arya Samaj. So whatever we have to do when we are focusing on our global endeavor, we must target the young population in mind, whatever you do, because they are our future. If we have got the best message to go to or give to the humanity, our best messengers are the children. So I'm delighted Swetaji is doing a wonderful job, and I wish the authorities should give more and more resources and encouragement to her, so that more and more children are involved in our Samaj activities. Before coming to the third message, let me tell you what I could do for the children. That two times I have conducted international satire Prakas competition, and that was when whole world was in the grip of COVID. And there were no saptak satsang, no havans, and it's all. So we had conducted the name in my Arya Samaj Dwarka, and there was one Gurukul from south in Kerala, Veda Gurukulam. So there was one technical person from there and one me, and both of us conducted international competitions. And keeping that rule in mind that we must encourage young people, we had made separate part of our prizes reserved for children. And around 50 even numbers participated in US, I think in the last one, among the children. It was a very good response. The first competition, the topper, that is almost 100 out of 100, was a girl student of PGDB College, Delhi University. There was a second 100 out of 100 was one Chintan from Ahmedabad. And that girl accepted the prize, but Chintan, he said that no, I want to return this prize money so that you can have more and more competitions. So we'll be having soon another competition, and I'll be sharing the information with the authorities here. So do this when I am targeting, and it is not confined to only Hindi and English. I had 12 languages. I think 6 of them were foreign languages. It was Dutch, there was French, German, Nepali, Bangla, and I think one more. 6 languages were, and then another 6 were the Indian languages. I want to expand it further depending upon if I can get participants or interested participants for the other languages. To simplify what Rishi has said, I have compiled Satya the Bodh. Bodh is just to make it a simpler version. That is in Hindi. Its English version is being now finalized by Acharya Brahmadevji of Arismat Houston. I have got an offer of its translation from Maharishi Dayananda Institute, Mauritius. They say that we will be approaching for the rights to translate. And the work of translation in Indian languages is going on. Bangladesh is doing in Bangla, Nepali and Dutch will be in Nepali, and a couple of other languages in India. That's what is going on. So my whole focus is that make it available in, if we are saying Karnavanto Vishmalim, and if our Satyat Prakash is not available in all the major languages, how you can fulfill the dream of Karnavanto Vishmalim? Your literature should be available in all possible languages. So that's, I want to put all the Satyat Prakash copies in whatever language is available in one website, so that anybody wanting to read Satyat Prakash in any language have a ready access to the ideology of Rishi Dayananda. I had occasion to be professor at IIM Bangalore and also at MTI Gurgaon. In Bangalore we used to have Gita classes, informal classes. And MTI Gurgaon I offered a course tailored exactly on the Arya Samaj principles. I gave it title The Indian Philosophy for Leadership Excellence. And it was a formal course, 3-credit course, and I offered it. Of course, it was my last year, so it could not be continued because I had designed and I was offering. But it was very well received by the young people, and it started with Vedas, Upanishads, and the Darshans, and other things, and extract for leadership excellence. So whatever is possible, we can do in our situation, but again, keep focus the young people so that whatever we give them, that is available to the community for long years to come. And the last one, the third one, is that be a missionary. Missionary is one. I'm really moved when I see or read about the missionaries Arya Samaj had. There's one missionary, Bhai Parvachan. He was responsible for setting Arya Samaj, I think, in Trinidad or Suriname, in these places. And he wrote his biography in jail. And for 100 years it was not published in Hindi because the original was in Urdu. So there's an Arya Samaj historian scholar, Professor Rajendra Jigyashu. Just we talked it and he said that, are you willing to finance it? I'm translating it. Oh yes, welcome. So we translated it. It's a Bhai Parvachan, a Karun Kahani. And when you read it, you find how much pains they have taken in going to countries unknown, no contact and no support. And he says, I landed there, I found there is a mandir, so I spent my night there. Morning, the person asked me, so he was a priest, but he said he was not very supportive because he knew that I am Arya Samaj and all that. Then he found out that who are the person, and he traces somebody who is Arya Samaji, and then he builds Arya Samaj there. So missionary means he is one who doesn't look support of anybody else or any organization. That I need resources, then I will work or not. So please be a missionary of Rishi Dayananda, where you are equipped with the principles of Arya Samaj, the mission of Arya Samaj, the life and sacrifices of the chain of scholars of Arya Samaj, and do whatever you can with limited resources. Don't expect that people will be coming forward to give you resources. You will build up, I'm sure, if you start. There is a Urdu poet, that Karwa Banta Gaya. So people will join you once you start that, yes, I have to fulfill the dream of Vishuddhanand and the purpose of Iris March. So these were certain thoughts I wanted to share with you. I'm really grateful for this wonderful opportunity, and never be pessimistic about it. मत हो दिल उदास, छोड़ दे पछताना. मत हो दिल उदास, छोड़ दे पछताना. Don't be regretful. बादलों के पीछे अभी भी सूरज चमक रहा है. There is still behind the darkness of cloud, there is a sunshine. And this sunshine is the sunshine of Veda, Vishuddhanand, Iris March. And if I can borrow some line of a poet, he says, इस सदन में मैं अकेला ही दिया. In this universe, I am the only light, I am the only lamp. मत बुझाओ, don't put me off. इस सदन में मैं अकेला ही दिया हूँ, मत बुझाओ, जब मिलेगी रोशनी मुझसे मिलेगी. Whenever you will get any light, any hope, it will come from this light. And this is the light of Veda, this is the light of Vishuddhanand, and this is the light of Iris March. We have to keep this light up. Thank you very much.